All right, so welcome to this session. Like we said, the last class, we were able to introduce to you the different ways computer application in statistics could make the work easier for you. We were able to introduce the software to you. We opened the software and there's some introduction of the different parts of the software. So tonight, because this is a hands-on thing and we want to ensure that you are able to get the skills. So we're not going to pay too much attention to all the big theories behind this software. Is a big system. Like I said, it will take us the next 1 year plus and we will not be able to complete everything that is in it if we have to learn everything that is in it. But this course is just meant to introduce it to you and then to show you how you are able to do some basic calculations and analysis during the time you'll be working with on your data. So when you collect your data, what to do with it and how you can be able to use the data to save time instead of using all those long formulas, those mathematical formulas. For example, standard deviation, calculating the variance, calculating all those big formulas will take you a lot of time. For the purpose of using this system, it is very short, and then we just use formulas and commands. Right. So like I said, the data I'm going to be putting in is practically raw. It's a data set from one of the small works I'm trying to do. So what I have collected is what we will be using. So we'll put it in this software very raw, and then we will try to see how we can work on it from there. We will clean it from there and get it ready for analysis. So I hope this session will pay more attention to be able to guide us through the process. So having said that, I will be sharing my screen, and then I will share my screen briefly, and then from there we'll continue with the lectures. So quickly, I'm trying to share my screen, and then we will continue with the process. I'm just seeing McCarthy and Evelyn Dagosa joining. Welcome. Can you see my screen? Okay. So I'm going to open the software. So this is Stata. I've opened. Like I told you the other time, usually you put a command here. So this is a command window. And then here you will see the results. Results will be displayed right here. And then here also you'll be able to see the different commands that we're using will be lined up here. So this is command window. These are three very basic windows. On the far right here will be the variables, the different variables that we'll be working with will be shown here. And then from here to put the commands in the command window to get our results, and then we'll be able to use the results. So this is very, so what I'm going to do is the first command I'm going to give is I want to have somewhere where I can be able to put the data. So I need the spreadsheet. So I'm going to type browse, BROWSE. I'm going to type browse. Once I type browse, I press enter. And I press enter, I will see this. This is similar to the spreadsheet in Excel. So it is in here. I need to enter my data. I'm going to enter my data in here. So you can either enter the data from here in Excel, or you can input the data, or you can copy and paste the data. So for tonight, I will use the last method. I'm going to copy the data from the Excel sheet, and I'll paste it in this spreadsheet. So if I wanted to import it, of course, I will be able to do that. But tonight, I'm going to simply copy and paste. But first, to do that, I need to make sure that this is editable. So now I can work in it. So you see what I did? I went to data, I came to data editor, and I said data editor edit to make it to be what? Editable, so that I can easily work in it. So now you see I can work in it. So what I'm going to do now is to go to my Excel. Like I told you, this is the data that I've collected, and this is very raw yet and still not clean at all. So I want to use it. I want to start from gender, and then I'll move up to this side. The data where I got received is not important for this data, so I stop here to the last area, and then I select everything. Select everything. All right. So that was 79 respondents. I responded to this questionnaire so far. So I've copied using your Excel, use a Control-C to copy, and then I come to the data editor. I want you to start from here. So it's already there. So I do Control-V. So it's asking me the first row of my data, are they the variables or their names? So I have the option to agree that I should treat the first row as data, or I should treat it as variable names. So the first row in the data set I just collected, if you see from here, from the Excel, it's actually the variable name. You see gender, you see age, employment, education, and so on. It's actually the variable names. So I'm going to tell Stata to treat the first row as variable names. So this is what Stata has given me. This is what Stata has given me. So, but you see the data, it's not clean. It's not clean at all. There are things, there are matters, issues wrong with it. I need to get it better that I can be able to use. But let's see so far for now. You see here in this window, we have the variables. We've got age, we got gender, we got age, we got employment, we got education. I eat crystal, powder, sugar, and all the different things. So these are all long things. We can edit. We can do analysis with these long sentences. So we need to do it in a way that it will look good for the purpose of the work we want to do. So the first thing I see here is in my data, in my question, I had asked the people for their age, but see what happened here. Some people put the year they were born. But I actually asked for age. So I expected the person to put the actual age here. So from 1975 to 2021, I expected the person to say 46 years. Instead, the person said 1975. So it means I have to put the age. I can edit this and change this to 46 and just press enter. So the other 1975 again, I can change it to 46 and just press enter. So I will look through the data to see if I have anything like this anywhere. So I'm checking to make sure I see 1985. So from 1985 to now is 36. So instead of 1985, I'm not looking for the year the person was born. I'm looking for the age. So I will rewrite this as 36 years old. I have not changed anything major. Sorry, I see 30. Okay, 36, they're correct. All right. I check again and see. So far, that was it for that. Unfortunately for this one, this person did not tell me whether they were employed or unemployed or so I cannot put in this person's so this person did not respond to this question. So if we're counting non-response to this question, then it means we have one. This person did not respond to this question. All right. So the next thing is education. We're asking for college education. Interestingly, I shared this questionnaire on social media. Interestingly, almost everyone that responded to this is in college or have completed college, because this is what it shows. There's just one person who said they were in secondary school or they have completed secondary school. Okay, so there are other questions here. So this is the data set all the way here coming. Now, part of the work is to convert these variables to variables that can be easily worked with. So now you see, if I select this, look down here, everybody look right here, down where the cursor is shaking on the lower right, where you see the cursor shaking, and see what happens if I click gender, I click age, you see that change. I click employment, you see that change, right? And then it means that each of the variables, when I click, it will change. So I need to rename these variables for the work to be easy. I need to rename these variables. So the shortest way to do it without using command is to go directly to the variables and then be able to rename them. So now I want to start with gender. Instead of spelling the whole gender, I want to write something that I can just use as a variable to do my analysis. So instead of writing gender, I want to use just GND to stand for gender. So I just put GND. Now, where you see honor A to get label, when you do the analysis, everything that you come up with will have to be labeled. Don't you have the variable, but it also have to be labeled. We got to know what that variable stands for. So here, this is gender. I can easily say gender of respondents. So now let me show you what happened. Just by changing this, it means I renamed this variable. Let's go to the command area and see what came out. So if you see here, the first command I ever gave was browse. The next thing I did was to change the ages. So it telling me that I changed some variables. I did the editor, and then from there I changed from where we had 1975. I changed it to what? for this for the 6 years now. But there's a comment that is there now. It says I replace age equal for the 6 in row 3. So this is what you see right here. So there was a real change here. It also happened here in 4. And then here also it happened in 32. That went all the way down. Now here I rename gender. Instead of gender now, I rename it as what? GND. So it means I could also write down here, rename, for example, let's say I want to rename age. So let's say rename, look here, look at age here, is here as AGE. But what if I want to rename it? So I say rename age. I want to say rename age as, but I will not put as there. So I just say rename age, I put capital AG and press enter. What do you see happening here? Age has changed to AG. So I gave the command, I told the software, instead of saying age, call this variable AG. So I say rename age AG. So instead of saying Dawolo M quali, rename Dawolo M quali DMK. You see? Simple. That I have given this command and automatically the software is going to take that instruction. It's going to take that instruction. So I just wanted to take you there to explain some more to you. So we'll go back to the editor. So you see it there, it has changed. But then I want to label it as age of respondents. Good. The other one is employment status. I got employment status at too long. The system will not take this for analysis purpose. So I need to put few letters, at least 2, 3, 4 letters that the system can use for analysis. And those letters will be my variables. So instead of saying employment status here, I just put EMP to stand for employment. Now on here, okay, there are some people waiting in the lobby. Let me get them in quickly. Okay. So Victoria, just enter Victoria. Victoria, welcome to the session. All right, so we continue with our lecture. So we here. So I want to label it now as what? Employment status. Good. So but see now what happening right in front of the variable is the label of the variable. So every variable as we name it and label it, the label is written right before it. So when you see the shortcut, you want to know what it means, yellow right in front of it, and then you will know what it means. The explanation of each of the variables is here. You know, so here I see education. Education is too long, the system will not take it. So I just say edu. So I just go edu. And then I can come now to say education level of respondents. Wow, that goes there just very easily, right? The next one is this question saying I eat crystal or powdered sugar. I eat crystal or powdered sugar. That is very long. So I'll just put something that will make me to remember why it is. So maybe I say E stand for eat, crystal stand for C stand for crystal, and then P stand for powder, and S stand for sugar. So eat crystal or powdered sugar. right? No, but that's not where it's going. It's going to where I got a long thing here. So I move this one and I put E, E for eat, C for crystal, P for powder, S for sugar. So I've changed this variable to ECPS, and then I can label it now as what? Eat crystal or POWDER, powder sugar. Good. So you see, we're making the work to look a little bit presentable and a little bit clean so that it can be easy to work with. Now, the next one here is asking, how often do you eat sugar? How often do you eat sugar? So in my description, in my label, I want to talk about number of times we eat sugar, right? So maybe I can say frequency of sugar consumption. I can put it that way because I want to tell people how many times people eat sugar. So so I want to say frequency of sugar consumption. I want to use FSC for that variable. See it? It changed. And on it, I can label it now as frequency of sugar consumption. It's making life easy. You see? Life is getting very easy. So I want to break here and see whether anybody has questions so far about the different things we've taught. You can just mute your microphone and then if you got a question to ask, you can ask. Unmute your microphone and you can ask question if you have. Okay. From the look of things, all of us are okay, so we'll continue with the presentation. Okay. Go back to our. So you see, we're just repeating the same process now. Someone might be at the door. Let me check whether someone is coming in. Yes, Makate Gwizi is coming in. So Makate, you are in. Please don't go by. Oh, he went back. All right, so let's continue. I'm sure he will try it again. So we go back to where we were. So this one talks about the sugar I consume contains sand or rock, right? So I want to say sugar contains sand or dirt. Sugar contains sand or dirt. So sugar, use S, contains sand, contains sand or dirt. So I use SCSD. I can label it now as sugar contain sand or dirt. You see, life is getting beautiful step by step. Step by step, life is getting very beautiful. The stress in life is reducing. As long as you are learning book, as long as you are getting educated, the stress in life will always reduce. It will not remain the same. But until that time, all right. So another variable, the question says, sometimes the sugar contains, I want to make it clearer. So let me come down here. Maybe I'll see it clearer from here. Sometimes the sugar contains sand at the bottom of the bowl. That's why that question was for. So that means maybe you dissolve the sugar in it. So I say sugar contains sand. Bottom of bowl. I mean, if you dissolve the sugar, you see the sugar in the. That's how we got to know that the sugar we're eating got sand maybe. So say sugar contains sand at the bottom or good. This one say I eat sand in bread. Eat sand in bread with sugar. So eat sand in bread with sugar. Eat sand, bread, sugar. You see? So my whole question, I just put some things there that I can use to do the analysis. And then I can just put eat sand in bread with sugar. Good. I see it's getting more beautiful. It's getting more beautiful. See, we're making the work to look good because you see, first it had everything scattered there. This one says, I observe the sugar. Let me make sure I can figure this out. Sold on the market. I observe the sugar sold on the market is open. That's what this question was about. So that means all the person is going to tell us whether when they go in the market, they observe that sugar sold in the market can be open in the market. So observe sugar on the market open. So I can describe it as observe sugar on the market. Life is getting easier. We're almost there. We're almost there. Just two more. Then this one says, I have eaten sand in. Let me see it clearer than that. I have eaten sand in bread sold on the market. One is knocking at the door. Let me see. Let me see how I can get that person in. Stephen Nambu. Stephen Nambu, you are coming very late. Okay. Oh, Makati is in. Makati, I thought you left again. All right. So just continue. So come back, and then I said, I've eaten sand in bread sold on the market. So I want to just write eat, sand, and bread, so on the market, something short that I can use as my variable. So eat, sand, bread, so market. Yeah, can use that. The system will take it. Okay, so I can now label it as eat, sand, in bread, sold on the market. The last one says some of the sand I eat in bread is due to dust. I think that's what I meant. Let me check that. Okay. So I just say some sand due. Let me use all caps. Some sand due dust. Okay, you can always go back to your real questionnaire and verify all these questions and make sure that that's the right thing you're seeing. In some cases, you can clean everything in Excel before you bring it. I decided to clean it here so that you can see how it works in here. Okay, so some send you to. But this is the idea behind the whole thing. But let's go back and see the command, the results window and the command window and see how beautiful things are happening there. Let's go back there. So you see all the steps we're taking, these are the commands we have been given. So when we rename, we label. Those are two things we're doing. When you rename a particular variable, then you label it. So when you rename it, you do the label. To label, you say, for example, label variable, the variable name is this. Each send, you write what you want to write there. So if this is the way you want to do it, if you don't want to do it directly, you can give the instruction by typing the instruction in the command window here, and then the result will come here. So if you look here, these are all the commands we have given. This is a list of all the commands we are giving in this far left corner where I'm having the cursor right now. These are all the commands we use during the process so far. Today, I won't talk about the do file and all those things. I will show you how to do the do file and where you can keep your commands and be able to use them so that you don't have to be coming back again all of the time. We can copy all of these and then just keep them in a do file. So in the do file, when you do all the commands, anytime you want to rerun the analysis, you don't have to do everything like this again. You just come and execute each of these. We'll show you how to do that. But tonight, we wanted to show you how we put the data in, and then because some people were worried about that, how we put the data in, and then we'll also clean the data, and then we name the variables, and then we label the variables. These were things that we did. We'll not stop there. Let's see if we can do small of the formalities. See if we can do small of the formalities. For example, I want to know how many males and females responded to this questionnaire, right? So to do that, I come to the command window and ask the software to tabulate. So I just say TAB, all small letters. And then if I do that, either I type the command there or I just come to the command and double click. So I'm right on the command, I'm going to double click. So you see it come down here. Just by double clicking, it comes down here. So I press enter. What do you see? Analysis is done. Very fast. If you are using pen to do this, it would have taken you several minutes. But see how fast. So from here now, you can clearly see that there were 15 females that responded to this questionnaire, and there were 63 males that responded. And you can see the percentage of females, they're calculated as 19 point here. The percentage of female calculated as 19.23, and then the percentage of male calculated as 80.77. It does not stop there, it even gives you the cumulative. So I can keep this if I want to keep it. If I don't want to keep it, I can leave it. Because by the time I close this software, when I come back, all this, everything in this result window will not be there. So the only thing that will make me to run the whole thing back there is if I did the do file and kept the information in the do file. But again, I said we would show you how to do the do file another time. Good. So maybe I just want to run these simple descriptive statistics for now. So the next thing I want to do is I want to see the ages of those who responded in terms of that. So I can also tabulate the ages. I can tabulate the ages as what? I use AG for age. So this way I want to type it instead of double clicking it. So tab. So it gives me a list of all the ages, the different ages of people who responded. This is the table. So age of respondents, you see here, when the label we did today, the importance of it, now we can see it here. You see the comment way up, the variable up here, and then the label. If we are not labeled this, we'll not know what this table, and every table you do, you know in your studies, when you do every table, you got to label that table. So if we are not done the labeling here, it will not come here in the table. So now we can see clearly that one person and one 18-year-old person responded to this question. 222-year-old person, 224, 425, 326, 627, 228, and so on. 530 years old. On the other number, 736 years old. I'm just speaking in it, but you can see all of them. And then you can see 438 years old. You can see 641 years old, and so on. So it tells you, the table tells you very easily. Imagine if you are doing this one using pen and a sheet. The time it will have taken you to do all this calculation, rearrange it, calculate the percentages and all the things and write it down. It will have taken you a lot of time. But with the aid of the computer application, it makes it work very easy. Very easy. Let's go see one important thing. Let's see. Okay, let's see those that eat sugar that contain eat crystal sugar or sand during all those that eat it. Let's see whether some people eat and some people don't eat. Let's see. So I want to say to tabulate ECPS. Again, I told you that if you don't want to save the trouble or typing in later you make error, you can just come and double click on the variable. It will also drop down here. So I just wanted to give myself work to type it. All right. So interestingly, no one in this survey said that they don't eat sugar. Everybody agreed. So that's why you only see one variable, because no is 0. The software usually system is 0, then there's no need showing that, because there are just 2 variables, and then one, everybody said yes. So since everybody said yes, it has omitted the no because everybody said yes. So there's no need showing us the no. Want to see the frequency? Sure. Let me see it. Okay, let's the sugar contain dirt, sand or dirt. Let's see how many persons among these people are eating sugar that contains sand or dirt. I don't know whether some of you are experiencing that, but let's hear or see what the respondents to this questionnaire say. So I want to know how many. So I say tabulate, or you put tab, TAB, and then I'll put sand contain direct sugar contain the sand or sugar. So see there, two persons say all the time they can eat. They say always when they eat sugar, they eat sand. 24 of them said not at all. They don't eat sand in the sugar. And then 52 of them said that sometimes they eat sugar. They eat sand in the sugar. So you see about that 66% of those. So it tells you some information that you could say about the sugar that is being sold on the market. There's just about 30% of them, 31% of them, roughly. And there are about 2.56% of them who say always they eat sand in sugar. So this is how this software will work. Very easy and making it work easy for you. The most difficult thing is for you to get the data. And once you get the data, we'll show you how to do more complex analysis of operations. But we just wanted to show you how simple it is to do the work, data analysis using the applications instead of using your pen and your pencil. With that, we got 10 minutes to go. I will pause and see if I can get some questions. You can unmute your microphone and ask questions if you have. Try to unmute your microphone. Yeah, Hillary. Try to unmute your microphone and talk. Hillary, I see your hand up. Yeah. Okay, Makate, go ahead.
Yes, Dan.
Yeah, go ahead.
This identical application is very interesting. Like for how you walk us through this identical process now is it giving us light, but it's everything that you will do as per the raw data that you will tap in this identical spreadsheet.
You put in a spreadsheet normally what you want to work with. So now the questions you ask in the field, the answers you collected from the field are the ones here. All right, and they are the answers you're going to be using to do your analysis. So the ones that you need, you know they will be needed, but it's good just those ones that are related to the questions. You can have them in the system. You might not use them for particular research purpose. You might need them later on. You might just want to go to the data and use them. So it depends.
Okay, another question is when you open the computer, the computer will display all three of those identical areas you just work in on one sheet, or it's separate?
Yes. The computer will display the command window, the result window, everything, and even the variables.
But some of us, we find it difficult to even open the mic to talk to you, and even the video. I'm surprised I just went through. I just be pressing since that one went off. I don't know whether it I made it mute.
You are permitted now to talk. If you unmute your mic, you will talk. Hey, Larry.
Yes, Dad. How you doing, Dan?
I'm good.
Thank you for the class so far. My question has to do with the software.
Yeah.
Even though I was not in section last class time, I want to know as to whether we have the opportunity to have the software installed on our machines.
Yes, I'm trying to make myself available this coming Thursday at 5 o'clock on the campus to install the software on everyone's computer. So I will be happy if I can meet you all there to do the installation on your computers.
Okay, then. Thank you.
All right.
Okay. Any other person with question?
Yeah, the Bloomberg.
Yes.
As
Go ahead.
yeah, the class tonight is very interesting. You know, as we are getting to.
Can you come closer to your phone or computer mic to talk?
I mean, the computer are phone using sir.
Okay.
The data as I watched closely, you know, it was entered and everything was just like changing. So I was like, I don't know. It's so amazing, really. It's really so amazing. So thank you, yeah, thank you very much. We hope to be there on Thursday so that so we can be in store. Just wanted to say that.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much. And that's why we think you should do these courses so that when you work out there and you tell somebody you have BSc, they will say no, that master you have.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, even though I came in late, but I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, I don't know if you can do it for us, like what happened the last time to have to send out the recording and
Yeah,
all the work so we can be following.
It's already
I'm,
being recorded.
I'm recording. I'm recording. So by the time we finish, I will share the link.
And the link you send the last time, the recording you send the last time to download the system rejecting all the emails and the rejecting the number, also all the comments you gave out, when you put it in, you can reject it.
So it didn't open?
It didn't open at all. I was not able to get through. And then the next thing is some of that are far off. I will not really be able to be on campus. And you know that time you're talking about. But I don't know whether I can meet you in Bangladesh so we can install on my computer.
I'm in Banga tonight. I'm teaching from Banga. So if you find me in the morning, I can put the software on your computer.
Okay. Then I will find you tomorrow morning.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
You log him up again.
Yeah. So that should I strictly go to your house?
I'm at my house, so you catch me
Oh,
early morning.
come to my home. Come to my house.
Okay, so
As I
gentlemen,
close your mouth.
gentlemen, let me thank all of you for the session. I have muted all of you because you are using the class now to discuss. So let me thank all of you. And I hope to meet you again next week so that we discuss more about the software. By the time we end this trimester, you should have some very good skills that can help you to do most of your work while in school and out of school. You can go for some jobs and you will be very free and you will not have the kind of challenges others are having. So let me thank all of you who made your business. Emilia, Kado, Dawolo, Evelyn Dagose, Hilary Taylor, Isaiah Noor, Makade Gwisi, Stephen Nabu, Victoria Powo. You guys made it to the class tonight. That was good. I will try to reset the setting of the video to make sure that you can have access. Otherwise, I will download and then share so that you can have access. Download, put it on YouTube and share the link one way or the other. I will do that so you can have access to it. So thank you very much for that. Yeah, Makati.
Please work on a platform because to really get in, it giving most of the guys hard time also. For me, I fought hard until I enter. But if really give you, just imagine the time I started fighting to enter on the computer. I think 10 minutes to the class, I started hammering you, but no way. So please, we beg you.
Yeah, so we talk to them. Everyone need to try to start getting on their way to the class at least by 15 minutes like that to the class time. Because out 15 minutes, 10 minutes of the class time, I will try to make sure that the class is on. And then before that time, always ask questions in the chat room, in the WhatsApp chat room, and then we see how we can get you in. You can try on your own even before class time. It will tell you that they will let you in when class. As soon as you reach that point where you are told that you will be let in, it means during the class time when you come, you just follow that same procedure, you'll be in. So it's a matter of people doing it ahead of time. But I'm available in the chat room to be able to respond to some of the questions.
Yeah, but that some of the difficulty people are facing in getting in is that some people are still using low or the low network like 2G or stuff. They have not upgraded to 3 or 4G network. So you find it difficult, especially on the phone. Because it will be slow to read.
Yeah, that's one technical issue, and I think you guys should help your colleagues. Once you have made it here, it means you can help someone to make it. So please try to help everyone to make it. Again, like I said, we are open to see how we can help everyone in the chat room. Let's discuss before the class time, and then by the time we have the class time, everything is on course. So let me say good night to all of you, and thank you very much for having the class tonight. And let's meet again tomorrow. For those of you who are part of the problem-based learning 3, we meet tomorrow again to discuss further on your publication. And I think all of you in here who are graduating should be a part of that session. Those who are graduating seniors should be a part of that session to get ready so that problem-based learning 3 does not serve as a hindrance to your graduation. So let me thank all of you again for being a part of the session. Good night.
Good night,